Welcome to Voice of the East. Afamobo Nduwa Ifeinwa. I'm going to be the host on this show. And as you know, anya banyo kwa that onwa name fenida na otuna Igbo. Onwa December no rigo kita. Una forget orugo. And this onwa Ndi Igbo like it onwa. Maka gini na tuno. And on today's show, I'm with a very important guest. Okay, wait. Can you hear the microphone? Go introduce you because when you're going to introduce you in a way. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much, Nduwa. Ahambu Gaius Chibueze. Omwaka nakpo akoma nedozi obodo. Ufọdụ ndị nakpo Bitcoin chief. So I'm very, very happy there.
Thank you for coming.
Being the voice of the East.
Bitcoin chief Onya Mama Dika Akoma Diego has really helped in developing the Igbo states and Igbo media industry for a very long time, and still, you know, the voice of the East really appreciate your coming today to the studio. We really appreciate your presence. If you're in Atuanya since for a very, very long time, but thank God you're here now. Being the guest on this show, I'm going to ask you some questions regarding Onwa December. Okay. Personally, more like Onwa because why the nobody? My father you understand? Because if you yeah. So now this is the first question is going to be the significance of Onwa December for Ndi Igbo.
Okay. So Onwa December, according to Tony 1 week.
Okay, Tony 1 week.
Onwa December no rubego. Owa December. Also no, Owa Eji where Amore. It's a happiness month for Ndi Igbo. December is a happiness month for Ndi Igbo. Ndi Igbo passed through all their business challenges and successes from January until November. But that month of December is a special month. Why? Because Igbos are travelers. You understand? So when it gets to this month of December, we know that we are going home. Whatever an Igbo man is, if he doesn't come home in December, his December is not complete. I remember when I was young, if December reach, I know that my father will say that we are going home. So I'm always happy because I'm coming back to Enugu and I'm going to see some beautiful things. So it's a very beautiful month for Ndi Igbo, especially those who are those who are not in Alibu, who are maybe doing business in school or something elsewhere. Then it's very significant for those back at home because they will now connect with those who are coming. So it's a beautiful month for both those at home because they are going to be meeting people coming, and those coming will be meeting people at home. So it used to be such a happy month where we get to also see our other cousins and other family members that we had not seen. So it's a very significant month for us because of this.
Okay, so Igagwawule are some of the emume or the activities and Christmas.
Okay, so during this Onwa Christmas, anyway, some end of the year association meetings, end of the year party, and they made housewarming ceremonies. In short, more see US where batakita, and then they made housewarming ceremony. My friend Bitcoin Lord, they may go me invite Kambia na Ankeya, Nanambra, Ebenebe, Nanambra. So this is like that time in the marriage, away some gatherings to celebrate the success of the outgoing year. So it's very, very important for us because of these celebrations, and in the end of the year gets together and they make housewarming. Almost every Igbo person throughout the year, they are building something in their community. So when they come back home during this Christmas, it is that time that we use to do that celebration. So there's going to be a lot to eat and a lot to drink. Also, some communities during this period use it to raise money for communal causes. Like in my community now, one of those Decembers, when we return, they will say, okay, we have to dig borehole for this community, for so and so village in our community. So what happens is that people use that period also to donate to such projects. So it's very, very, these events were what made it a must come home to.
That's really nice. So, what will be your most memorable on December? Listen, we the most memorable because see, one back it my most memorable. One my father must not check out because I check what I got watch ya man this sleep as higher docker man mo ya petal. You understand? We still like it. What is your most memorable on December?
So my dad used to be a businessman in Cross River State. My dad was my dad used to own what you guys call chemists.
Okay.
So my dad was a local doctor. I don't want to call. I don't want to call. Yeah. So my dad was a local doctor. He used to sell chemist. That was how I was giving birth to on the road, by like when he was on his business sojourn. So during this December period, what they call year 2000, I think I was like 11 years then. So we had returned to Enugu, and they were like, I had like some other cousins who came from Lagos and other places that my dad's elder brothers are. So I went to this my father's elder sister's house in Emene. Man, there's one onubu soup that she cooked. I can't forget the taste of the onubu soup. So I ate that soup. I swallowed aku. I ate that soup until like it was so sweet. That was my first time of having like a real onubu soup. So I can't forget that taste. As I'm saying this now, I'm having that feeling. So after I finished eating that, onubu soup and akpu, so me and my cousin Uzo Amaka, we now went out. So we were going from house to house to see our other cousins and other people that are living around Enugu here, and they were now giving us money. So you know, that money part of it is one of the most interesting. Children, my sons, unfortunately, our children of today now don't really get that. There is too much fear of, oh, if somebody gives you something, don't take. If this one gives you, don't even eat in this person's house. I just wish we could go back to those days. So that was like my most memorable, the onubu soup that I ate in Emene in my auntie's place, and then going around and then they were giving us money. I think I gathered like 100 and something naira that time. That is big, but I'm talking about 20 something years ago. I'm 36 now. This was like when I was 11. So that memory has stuck with me. And it's sometimes I just relive that memory.
Only the people that gave you this memory knows that this is a very big memory for
exactly.
You. But then, so what do you think is the reason why people should keep up this culture? Because in recent times, there's been reports that a lot of people have really slowed down the way they come for Christmas. You know, a lot of people get too busy with work, or maybe their distance is too far, the economy, this, that. You know, so many things. But why do you think this culture should be something Igbo people should be intentional about keeping up with?
So all these excuses are valid. The economy is hard.
Okay.
Fuel has gone from 100 naira, 100 and something naira to 1,000 plus. Economic challenges, inflation, the price of everything has 10x. Where you used to pay Lagos to Enugu 10,000 naira, now you have to pay 50 to 100,000. So price of things has gone up. But there is a need to keep up this culture. Why? Because this is the only chance that some of us had not to marry our cousins on the road. Because when we returned back to the village, we saw and knew other members of our family, the extended members of our family. We saw our cousins. I'll give you a story. There are two Igbo people that met in New York, and they were planning a relationship. And their parents didn't know. So the girl lives in Texas. So she was like telling her mom that she has this Igbo guy she met. That this guy is an amazing guy and they have been seeing each other for 3 months. And that the guy is coming to see her parents, at least to introduce himself as someone who is serious with their daughter. That was how the guy came. Then the interview started. Who are you? Where are you from? Or see, not see Anambra State. Or see from which of the local government, or see no Idemili North or whatever they call it, local government. Or see which of the community on Idemili North, or see the community. Or see which of the village he called the father because he doesn't know the name of the village. He called the father. The daddy, what's that our village name again? Or see, let me just use Isukwato. Or see, no, Isukwato. The father, the person said, we are also from Isukwato. Or see, no, he called the family name and it happens that they are first cousins. They are first cousins. So you see, things like this has become the reason why returning back home then was very, very important for our people. We get to know our cousins. Like I am now, I have some of my cousins I haven't seen in the last 10 years. Because they don't return, or maybe I didn't return. But this Christmas, now that I am in Enugu now, I'm going to go to their houses. I'm going to see them if they return. So, fine, we recognize that these things have changed. There's so much challenges. People have gotten poorer. Unfortunately, people have gotten poorer. The Naira is losing economic value every day. The purchasing power is going down. But amidst all these challenges, let us be encouraged to return home. Because sometimes when you return home, you get your ancestral blessing. There's something called ancestral blessing. I have returned home this year, 2024. Next year, I'm going to do better than this year. Because when by the time I'm living in Enugu now, back to my base in Miami, Florida, the spirit of my ancestors are going with me. You understand? Because I have come here and I have blessed the local economy. So also, it's very, very important also for the local economy. This is why I am so passionate to talk about insecurity, that the political class and every stakeholder, like myself and others, should put security of Ali Igbo first. Because when people come back for Christmas, they are contributing to the local economy. Since I came down from Miami to Enugu now, I came back on the 3rd of December. Today is 16th or thereabout. Since I came back now, I've spent close to 50 million naira. So that money has been added to the local economy. So think of how other people are going to also come back and spend. So not just for the local economy of Ali Igbo, even Nigeria as a whole, when people return to their village, they contribute to the local economy. The hotels in Enugu are bubbling right now because people are returning. The market woman would sell more. The fruit seller, everybody is going to have restaurants, every of the economy is going to bubble.
Yes.
So coming back home is not just about you.
Yes.
It's about so many things. So I think this culture needs to be reawakened.
So, okay, you made mention of living in Miami, Florida. Even though I feel like Ndi Igbo, right from, you understand? But let me ask you, let's say the opportunity now that maybe in the asset to be enough. How do they even bother to? How do they celebrate? You know, this Onwa December? Because there's one thing about Ndi Igbo. So far now, imamaka Onwa December, maramaka your ancestral village or something. Or any Christmas, iman chete.
Yes, definitely.
And it's a kwane. Oh, you na go. Iga. Especially Abuni Boye Nagabuaga. You understand?
Yes.
So all those people kita jimaka, let's say economic whatever
challenges and the rest,
way poor out of the country. How do they cope with having celebrating this period? Yes, amongst themselves over there.
So I didn't come back last year.
Okay.
But we had like an Igbos in Miami get together. You saw me in my cultural attire. I was dancing all over the place. You understand? So some people, that is the only way they enjoy it. So for so many of us in the diaspora that have love for Igbo, that carry Igbo as our identity, we come together to have small merriment to celebrate. So that is how they celebrate there. But there is no celebration like coming back home.
Yes. So when any organization you get will afa just in case on onye na apply ipu obodo Igbo or no obodo Igbo already na maroto yesibe connect ya with Ndi Igbo ndi otie. Are there other organizations you can mention that you know of maybe in different countries? Anybody watching this now be interested in connecting with Ndi Igbo Ibeha? If there are, you can mention so that they can.
So I belong to 3 associations. Igbos in America. So if you are an Igbo person in America, check for Igbos in America and you can join the association. I belong to another one again called Ndi Igbo Awake, which I am the founder. Ndi Igbo Awake. You understand? So we also do like small Igbo events where we get together. I also belong to another one again, which is a popular one to call Igbo Unite, which is a combination of Igbo people from all over the southeastern states and other parts of Igbo in the outside the hinterland. So Igbo Unite is also another good one too. And Igbo Unite had like their convention in August, which I was there for the last convention. So people can join some of those associations.
Okay, so you've heard all you said. There are so many organizations you can join. Obviously, these ones are the ones that are very peculiar with America because that is where it bases.
Yes.
Maybe we'll make more researches to find out other Igbo organizations that are in other countries, that Igbo people who are living the country or who are currently outside the country and do not know how to connect with other Igbo people so they can connect with each other, because there's nothing as good as the Igbo gathering. Over there, they exchange opportunities, ideas, businesses, and with different ways to develop Igbo. And him, for one, he has a very great interest in Igbo, even from a very far distance. His impact here, we are feeling it all over the southeastern states here in Nigeria. So biko kwano, when you kwana opportunity but at Igbo, please batakwano, because this is our home and there is definitely no place like home. So thank you very much, Mr. Gaius Chibueze. Akoma Diego.
Akoma ne dozi obodo.
Akoma Diego ne dozi obodo. That's a very good one. So thank you very much for coming on this show. You don't know how much we appreciate having you on this show. It's very significant for a lot of people who are out there who doesn't know how to connect with their roots, to know that it is actually possible for you to be far away, but your presence will be felt here. Just in case Orukwechi akwa fagi ndibu na azara yes so ona batakwa otunyekwara anyi o, just in case of the future. So una no go near, because let's try to keep up with the culture in coming home every December as Igbo, because it really helps us connect to our ancestral youth.